Adjective clauses Part 1。 各位同學，當我哋寫作嘅時候，除咗用單詞或者短語嚟形容名詞之外，其實仲可以用從句嚟形容名詞嘅。咁嗰啲從句我哋就稱之為形容詞從句啦，即係我哋跟住學嘅 adjective clause。 Using adjective clauses. Adjective clauses or relative clauses are like sentences inside sentences. The job of adjective clauses is to modify, describe, identify, make specific the noun phrases that they follow. 形容詞從句嚟形容名詞。In their full forms, adjective clauses have several parts: a relative pronoun, or in some cases, another kind of connecting word, a subject, and a predicate, a verb, and often another types of verbs which follow it. In adjective clauses, the relative pronoun is a kind of connecting word. It joins the information in the clause to the noun phrases that follows. Without the adjective clause, the meaning of the modified noun phrases and of the sentence is unclear and incomplete. Here's the examples of full forms. I know a person who or that can help you. I know a person whom or that you can help. I know a person whose advice I can trust. I know a person to whom I can refer you, or I know a person whom or that I can refer you to. I want a car that or which gets good gas mileage. I can't afford the car that or which I really want. Types of adjective clauses. 1. Subject pattern clauses. In this type of adjective clause, the relative pronoun is the subject of the clause. Subject pattern clauses can, however, modify both subjects and objects of sentences. For example, the man whom or that talked to us was very friendly. Another example, do you know the man who or that talked to us? 2. Object pattern clauses. In this type of adjective clause, the relative pronoun is the object of this clause, but an object pattern clause can modify both subjects and objects of sentences. For example, the people whom or that we met looked very friendly. Another example, the people to whom or that we were speaking looked very friendly. Or the people whom or that we were speaking to looked very friendly. Another example, I recently saw the people to whom or that we were talking. Or I recently saw the people whom or that we were talking to. 3. clauses showing possession. Here, the relative pronoun is possessive and is attached to another word in the adjective clause. For example, the people whose names are called will work the first shift. Another example, do you know the student whose brother won the gold medal in the Olympics? Types of adjective clauses. Subject pattern clauses. There are several types of adjective or relative clauses, each with its own rules for form. One type is often referred to as subject pattern clauses because in them the relative pronoun, the words introducing the clauses, are grammatical subjects of the clauses. For example, a man spoke to us. The man was wearing a green hat. Implies a man who or that was wearing a green hat spoke to us. The sentence with who has an adjective clause, who was wearing a green hat. In the clause, who is the subject, and the clause modifies, describes, explains, specifies the subjects of the sentence, a man. Another example, we hadn't met the man. The man was wearing a green hat implies we hadn't met the man who or that was wearing a green hat. Again, the sentence with who has an adjective clause, who was wearing a green hat. In the clause, who is again the subject, but the clause modifies the object of the main sentence, the man. Another example, the new car is parked outside. The new car belongs to James. Implies the new car that on which is parked outside belongs to James. The sentence with that has an adjective clause, that is parked outside. In the clause, that is the subject, and the clause modifies the subjects of the main sentence, the new car. Another example, I don't like the new car. The new car is parked outside. Implies I don't like the new car that of which is parked outside. The sentence with that has an adjective clause, that is parked outside. In the clause, that is the subject, but the clause modifies the objects of the main sentence, the new car. Adjective clauses come after the nouns that they modify. 以下邊一句係正確嘅呢？ A man was wearing a green hat who spoke to us. It is wrong. A man who was wearing a green hat spoke to us. It is right. The new car belongs to James that is parked outside. It is wrong. The new car that is parked outside belongs to James. It is right. Do not use both a subject pronoun and a relative pronoun. 以下邊一句係正確嘅呢？ A man who he was wearing a green hat spoke to us. It is wrong. A man who was wearing a green hat spoke to us. It is right. The new car that is parked outside belongs to James. It is wrong. The new car that is parked outside belongs to James. It is right. The relative pronouns who and that are used to refer to people, but who is more common. A relative pronouns that and which are used to refer things, but that is more common. The relative pronoun that cannot be used in non-restrictive clauses. Adjective clauses are sometimes described as dependence clauses because they make no sense by themselves. They need the words of the main sentences in order to show complete thoughts. Task 1. Combine the following sentences by using appropriate relative pronouns. Number 1. There is a book in the bed. It is about World War II. The answer is there is a book which is about World War II in the bed. Number 2. The man is my father. He works in a computer company. The answer is the man is my father who works in a computer company. Number 3. The young boy is my brother. He plays badminton very well. The answer is the young boy is my brother who plays badminton very well. Number 4. There is a picture on the wall. It is about nature. The answer is there is a picture on the wall that is about nature. Number 5. There is a box on the table. It consists of 5 video tapes. The answer is there is a box on the table which consists of 5 video tapes. Number 6. The woman is my mother. She teaches music in a primary school. The answer: the woman is my mother who teaches music in a primary school. Number 7. The car is blue. It belongs to Michael. The answers: the car is blue, which belongs to Michael. Number 8. The girl is my sister. She gets 8th grade in piano. The answer is: the girl is my sister who gets 8th grade in piano. Task 2. Combine the two sentences to make one sentence. Put the adjective clause after the noun that it describes. You can use who or that to put the clauses together. For example, the student is the very nice person. She comes from Japan. The student who comes from Japan is a very nice person. Try number 1 to number 10. 1. We sent a package to our relatives. They live in Iowa. The answer is: we sent a package to our relatives who lives in Iowa. Number 2. The woman works as a cashier. She sits next to me in the class. The answer is: the woman who sits next to me in the class works as a cashier. Number 3. That's the book. Everyone is reading it. The answer is: that's the book that everyone is reading. Number 4. We bought some trees. Our neighbor told us they were on sale. The answer is: we bought some trees that our neighbor told us were on sale. Number 5. The car has a bad engine. I bought it last month. The answer is: the car that I bought last month has a bad engine. Number 6. I live in an apartment building. It had a very slow elevator. The answer is: I live in an apartment building that had a very slow elevator. Number 7. You should see a doctor. He can help you with your back problems. The answer is: you should see the doctor who can help you with your back problems. Number 8. The tornado was extremely powerful. It hit Minnesota. The answer is: the tornado that hit Minnesota was extremely powerful. Number 9. We saw the woman at the grocery store. She lives next door to us. The answer is we saw the woman who lives next door to us at the grocery store. Number 10. My wife returned the pants. They were too big for me. The answer is my wife returned the pants that were too long for me. Now, do the exercise from the next page and test for yourself. Bye! Exercise. Complete the following. 1. The carpets have gone moldy. You bought them last year. 2. The film scared the kids half to death. You recommended it. 3. The Foley's a failure to show his love for his lover. A man regrets them most in his life. 4. We saw the man at the park. He lives next our school. Answers for number 1 is the carpet which you bought last year have gone moldy. Answers for number 2 is the film which you recommended scared the kids half to death. The answers for number 3 is the follies which a man regrets most in his life are failure to show his love for his lover. And the answers for number 4 is we saw the man at the park who lives next our school.